They will tell you what you're approved to spend up to X amount. I just want people to know that there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to access your funds when it comes to these apps.
The core of the issue is that Affirm and Afterpay are financing retail purchases, not providing cash. So Miss Sherell Hodge is still out here. You know, the police haven't decided to arrest her yet, so she's still out here doing crazy stuff. So what's going to happen is I am going to point out how she is wrong. Okay, like I always tell y'all, do your own research. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody. Don't believe anybody 100%. Always do your own research to confirm everything. And that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to listen to Sherell. We're going to let her talk. And then we're going to do some research on Google that proves she is wrong. All right? Stick around with me. And don't let Sherell get y'all arrested. All right? Let's get into it.
All right, real quick. Yes, I'm still doing the Affirm and Afterpay cash out. But what I want to explain to y'all is if you cash out your Affirm and your Afterpay, you do need to pay that back if you want to continue to use your account. But let me explain how this goes. You have to have downloaded the app, Affirm, Afterpay, QuadPay, Sezzle, whatever the case is. Put your information and get approved. They will tell you what you're approved to spend up to X amount. For most people, when they download Afterpay, the beginning balance is either $600 or some people get like $200. For me, it was $1,000, but it was going off of my banking history, whatever. I then take an invoice or a pay link and I send it to you. And then I send you the cash after you pay it with whatever it is you decide to pay it with. Affirm, Afterpay, blah, blah. Now, what I do want to say is, if you choose to do this, you will in fact have to pay that money back if you don't want your account to close. So for those of y'all out here and you use Affirm to like book flights, you use Affirm for hotels, you use Affirm, hell, to go to Walmart and get some groceries, some necessities, whatever the case is, you kind of already familiar with how it works. They give you the options to pay in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever the case is, you pay. So let's just say you take out $500, you got 4 months at payments of $125 each. Now, before I tell you this, if you have your own payment processor, Stripe, Square, PayPal, you can write yourself your own invoice, cash it out, and then have access to your own funds, okay? But for those of y'all who don't, and you need me to help you cash it out, I do charge a 25% fee. Why? Any money that I run through my payment processor, I have to pay taxes on. And plus, I know the taxes is on like 13, 14, maybe 15%. Then that extra little percentage is because of the labor that I do in order to get you your funds. The process takes about 10 minutes total to complete. Just depends on how long it takes you to get that invoice paid. And it's simple, just like that. If you can go to Walmart and swipe your Affirm card to buy stuff at Walmart, you can cash it out. I just want people to know that there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to access your funds when it comes to these apps. If it wasn't able to be done, it wouldn't be out here in the world. People wouldn't be able to be a merchant with these companies if it wasn't able to be done. So I like to put that out there for those of y'all who are sitting on these funds and you may need access to them and you may need help to get them. You can do it yourself, or you can pay me 25% after we cash you out in order to do it for you. Potato. That's just my way of helping. I come up with any other loopholes into any systems that y'all be getting approved to spend y'all money on this shit. I'm definitely going to put y'all on game. Bye.
Now, before we get into the research part of this, let's just see how much Sherell will make from these, cash outs. Okay, she used the 500, so let's go with that. Let's say you get her to cash out $500 for you in your Affirm account. Okay, now she sends you an invoice for $500. You pay using your Affirm account. That means she's going to get $500. Okay? She's going to get $500 sent to her. Then she's going to charge you 25%. 25% of 500 is $125. Okay? So she keeps $125. That means she's going to give you $375 of that. Now, if you plan on keeping your credit right and you want to use your Affirm account again, that means you are going to have to pay $500 back to Affirm for a $375 loan. Now, I just had to Google it to find out how much the interest rate that would equal to, but that would equal to 33.33% interest rate on your loan. While Sherell makes $125 from doing nothing but sending you an invoice. And she's good. I can see why she fools people, because she talks so confidently and it makes you believe whatever she is selling to you. And she makes you believe that you can't get in trouble for this, but you can. Let's do some research. Okay, the first thing we're going to research, I'm going to ask Google, why is this merchant, spell merchant wrong, telling me they can cash out my Affirm or Afterpay account? A merchant who claims they can cash out your Affirm or Afterpay account is running a scam. Now, pay later services like these are not designed to be cashed out for money. They are loans meant for making purchases from legitimate partner retailers. Any offer to provide you cash in exchange for taking out a BNPL loan is an attempt to defraud you. How the scam works. Fake purchases. The scammer tells you to make a fake purchase using your Affirm or Afterpay account. 2. Scammer gets the money. Affirm or Afterpay pays the merchant for the purchase just as they would for a legitimate transaction. 3. No cash for you. Google is breaking down the scam. I did not know it was going to do this. No cash for you. Instead of giving you the cashed out money, the fraudulent merchant keeps the funds. 4. You are responsible for the loan. The buy now, pay later provider holds you responsible for the loan. You will be stuck making payments on a fraudulent purchase from which you received no goods or services and no cash. And you cannot call the police because you was doing some illegal stuff. But let's keep going. Why is this dangerous? You're liable for the payments. The loan is in your name, so you are legally obligated to repay it. Your credit can be harmed. Missing payments or defaulting on the loan will negatively impact your credit score. Merchants can sell your data. If you provide any personal information during the transaction, the scammer can sell it on the dark web. So she could potentially make even more money than that $500 she stole from you. Okay? Fraud protection is limited. Your fraud claim may be denied by the buy now, pay later provider because the loan was created with your authorization, even if you were misled by a scammer. What to do if you encounter this scam? Do not proceed with the transaction under any circumstances. Do not provide any personal or financial information. Never give out your login credentials, PINs, or one-time passwords. 3. Report the merchant to the appropriate buy now, pay later provider. Afterpay. Report phishing or suspicious activity by forwarding the communication to reportphishing@afterpay.com or submitting a report through their official center. Affirm. Report suspicious activity or an unauthorized loan on their official help center. 4. Report the scam to authorities. File a report with the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov. Report the incident to the Better Business Bureau at bbb.org/scam tracker. Okay, let's go back up. Let's X that out. And let's ask, what if it was discovered, spelled that wrong, that I cashed out my Affirm or Afterpay through a merchant? What would happen? Let's see. If it was discovered you cashed out an Affirm or Afterpay purchase through a merchant, you would face serious financial consequences and penalties from the Buy Now Pay Later company. This is a violation of their terms of service, as these platforms are intended for financing specific retail goods and services, not for cash advances. The following is a breakdown of what would likely happen. Let's get into this. Immediate account and financial penalties. Permanent account suspension. Affirm and Afterpay will shut down your account and you will be barred from using their services in the future. They have sophisticated fraud detection systems to identify these types of violations. Immediate debt collection. The full outstanding loan amount would likely become due immediately. So when Sherell tells you you can pay it over 4 months, however you decide, 4, 6, 9, they said they gonna want their money immediately. Okay. Um Forced repayment. The company will use your linked bank account or debit card to automatically collect the funds. They may also charge you for any bank related fees for insufficient funds. Legal action. The Buy Now Pay Later provider could take legal action against you to recover the owed funds. This is especially likely if the amount is significant and you refuse to pay. Credit and bank repercussions. Significant credit score damage. The Buy Now Pay Later company will report the defaulted loan and account closure to credit bureaus. This would cause a major drop in your credit score, making it much harder to get approved for credit cards, auto loans, or mortgages in the future. Banking consequences. Your bank may flag your account activity and potentially shut down or suspend your accounts, especially if they are involved in repeated attempts to retrieve funds after failed payments. Impact the merchant. If the Buy Now Pay Later provider investigates and determines the merchant was involved in the scheme, the merchant will face severe consequences as well. So when Sherell tells you, if it's not, if you're not able to do it, it wouldn't be out here. If you couldn't do it, it wouldn't be available for you to do it. Yes, there are a lot of things in this world you can do. It doesn't mean everything you can do is legal. Don't let Sherell send you to jail, okay? Financial liability. The merchant would likely be forced to reimburse the Buy Now Pay Later company for any fraudulent transactions. Lost partnerships. Okay, we're not worried about that. That's what Sherell got to know. Got to deal with reputational damage. She ain't worried about her reputation. Why this is different from a normal purchase. The core of the issue is that Affirm and Afterpay are financing retail purchases, not providing cash. Cashing out through a merchant constitutes an abuse of their service for an unauthorized purchase. Risk assessments. When you make a purchase, the Buy Now Pay Later company assesses the risk of financing that particular product or service. Cashing out completely changes that risk profile. No product to return. The protections in place for return products are void. In a legitimate transaction, if you return an item, the merchant refunds the Buy Now Pay Later provider and the loan is canceled. In a cash out scheme, there is no product to return, so the funds are simply stolen. Violation of merchant agreement. The merchant is also in violation of their contract with this Buy Now Pay Later company, which prohibits such actions. Now let's scroll back up, X that out. We're going to do another search here. Can I get in legal trouble if I cash out my Affirm or Afterpay account through a merchant? What does it say? Yes, you can get into legal trouble for cashing out your Affirm or Afterpay account through a merchant, as it is a form of fraud. So basically, these are loans that the Affirm or Afterpay are giving you. They are loans. If you get a loan with anybody, a bank, anybody, and you tell them, I need a loan for such and such, and they give you the money and then you use it for something different than you told them you were going to use it on, that is fraud. And you could get arrested and go to jail for that. Don't let Sherell get you arrested. Okay? The terms of service for buy now, pay later services like Affirm and Afterpay are explicitly there for financing specific purchases, not for obtaining cash advances. This scheme, sometimes called a cash out, is a violation of the merchant agreement with the buy now, pay later service. It may involve charging the merchant for goods that are never delivered and splitting the cash, which is illegal. So there you have it. Do your own research. I always tell y'all, do your own research. Don't believe me. Don't believe Sherell. Definitely. Don't believe anybody. Even though you saw me go through here, hit Google, type everything in, do not believe this video. Go type it into Google yourself. I could have created my own website that looked like Google. And whatever I put in, it generated whatever I wanted it to say. Just because you see it in video form, it all can be manipulated. Do your own research. Just because somebody has great confidence and they're great with words and they make you easily believe everything they say is the truth, do your own research. I appreciate you watching this video. Give me a thumbs up, okay? Subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more research videos like this, just let me know down in the comment section and I will definitely continue to do videos like this. But until then, I'll see you on the next one.